I've watched business owners use ChatGPT every single day for the past year. They open it in the morning, write emails with it, ask it questions, and then at the end of the day, they're still processing their admin by hand. Same manual steps, same bottlenecks, same hours lost. And that's not a tool problem, that's a thinking problem. You paste in an email, you ask it to summarize, you copy the output, you paste it somewhere else. Tomorrow, you do it again. The next day, again. You've just built a manual process with an extra step. That tool is doing something useful, but you are the automation layer. You're the one who's deciding when to use it, what to feed it, what to do with the output. And here's where it breaks. It works fine once. It doesn't work when you're doing it 40 times a day, because now the constraint isn't whether AI can help, it's whether you have the time and attention to operate it every single time. And that ceiling is very real. Most people hit it within a few months and think AI just isn't as useful as they expected. It is, and you're just using it the wrong way. So the question you need to ask isn't what can AI do, it's what triggers this process, and can that trigger run the AI automatically? When you start to think in terms of triggers and not prompts, everything changes. So before I explain to you how this system actually operates, I want to walk you through a demo to show you what it looks like in practice. I've made myself an email that I'm going to send right now, and in the workflow executions, you should see something coming through very quickly. There we go, the workflow executed, and in my drafts, if we just reload this, there we go, we have a draft ready. Obviously you can improve it to your specific use case, but for now, everything has been done for me with me putting in minimal effort. And in the Slack channel, I received a notification, category urgent, action required, call Stephen back immediately to address the server issue. And in the sheets, you can see all of that data was updated. For those who don't know me, I build automation systems for businesses. I also work at an AI consultancy where I've seen what actually works and what doesn't across dozens of implementations. And the single most common pattern I see is this: people who are using AI tools versus people who are building with AI, they look completely different. Let me show you what using AI actually looks like. This is N8N, open source automation tool, self-hostable, free, connects to basically everything, same email triage task, built as a system. This is the sheets we'll be using, and this is the workflow I built. So any data we receive in this first step is pushed into ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is then going to act as a triage assistant. So the prompt is to analyze the email provided and only return a valid JSON object with these exact fields, which is category, action required, priority, needs response, and a summary. The reason it returns JSON is because it is then formatted by this code node. It basically just cleans up all of the data, and all of that data gets updated into our Google Sheets, and we get notified via Slack if the priority is high. If it needs a response, it drafts one and puts it in my Gmail drafts folder ready for me to review, not write. I didn't open ChatGPT, I didn't paste anything, I didn't copy anything. The system ran while I was doing something. Every email gets the same quality triage every time, no variation based on how tired I am. Nothing falling through the cracks. That's the difference between using AI and building with it. One requires you to be there every single time, and the other runs without you. But here's where most people get this wrong. The mistake is automating a process you don't fully understand yet. I've seen this gone wrong. Someone builds an automation, it runs for 2 weeks, one edge case breaks it. A document comes in a different format, a field is missing, and the whole thing fails silently for 3 days. So before I automate anything, I ask one question: walk me through the last time this process went wrong. Not the normal version, the version where something broke. What happened? What was missing? Who had to step in? And the answer tells you 2 things: where the edge cases are, the places your automation needs to handle uncertainty, not just the clean path, and where human still needs to be in the loop. Not every step should be automated. Steps that need judgment, context, or a relationship, those stay human. The system handles everything else. So when you know the edge cases before you build, you design for them. You put validation steps in, you add a review layer before anything else gets sent. You build it so the system knows when it's uncertain and flags it for review instead of getting it wrong. That's what a well-built automation looks like. Not a black box running unsupervised, a system that handles 80% reliably and hands the other 20% to you. If you're using AI tools and feeling like you're not getting as much out of them as expected, pick one process, just one thing you do repeatedly with a clear trigger and a clear output. Ask yourself, what starts this and what does the finished version look like? If you can answer both clearly, you can automate it. You don't need to know how yet, just get the clear on what. And if you've already got a process in mind that you want to automate it, drop it in the comments and I'll pick one to build on camera. Take care.